Hi, welcome to Unashamed by Grace, brought to you by Christian Living Radio. This is Joann, and today's topic is the Snapchat app. So, a lot of people are wondering, they hear about Snapchat, they're not exactly sure what it is. They know a lot of teens and kids have it on their phone. Well, about a year ago, I downloaded it to my phone, and just to familiarize myself with it to understand its purpose. And the very first day that I had it on my phone, I was actually in New Mexico. I was in a Starbucks. And because I had downloaded it, I started noticing other people using it. You know, when you buy a particular car, you're interested in buying a car, you start seeing it on the road everywhere. I started noticing a lot of people using it. So there was a big group of teens in front of me, and I noticed they were taking pictures in the Starbucks of cookies and drinks and just everything in the store. And so I stopped and I asked them, are you using Snapchat? And they said, yes. And so they gave me a mini tutorial on how to use it. So later I had asked my son about it, and he said, yes, a lot of people from his high school had it. And I said, just tell me, really, what is Snapchat? And he said, well, it's to send naked pictures to each other. And he said that that's what people use it for primarily, because the picture, when you take a picture on Snapchat, the other person that you send it to, it appears for, you can set a timer for the picture to stay viewable, 3 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever the case may be. And then it disappears and it's gone. So for the parents, it's never in the history. You can never go back and look at the pictures that your child or teen received because they disappear. There is a way to save them that I've discovered by holding down. You can, like, stuff I type on there to, I can hold it down and it'll say saved, but, then it would stay on the phone. But the purpose is to disappear immediately. So with Snapchat, most teens and kids that I know have it on their phone. And it's not all just nowadays to send, inappropriate pictures to one another. That was when it first came out, people were using it for, but now a lot of teens do use it just to send each other pictures all day long about their day. And they don't really want to have, like me, I have 6,000 pictures on my phone. They don't want that. So, a lot of the pictures that they take, they're not interested in saving and making albums and, keeping for long term. Well, anyway, so just recently, you may have heard about this. Snapchat had announced in the news, they came out with this new app, and it's on their Snapchat app, and it's called the Snap Map. And what it does is it tracks where you are all the time. And it sends it to the people that are on your friend list. So it's not going out to, everybody in the world, but whoever your whoever your teens or kids have on their friend list, that's who it's getting sent to. So for an example, there's little emojis. And if you're in a car, like say the kids are getting ready for school, they have their phone turned on, Snapchat's on, and they get in the car, you're driving them to school and you drop them off, their emoji will actually appear in an animated car in the Snapchat map feature. So their friends could say, oh, look, they're on their way to school. And then when they get to school, the map shows they're at school. Then, if they happen to, which doesn't happen very often, but if they happen to put their phone, they shut it off or put it in their backpack and it's off, let's say for 7 hours or something, well, the feature shuts off. But a lot of times that doesn't happen. Kids are on breaks, on lunch, and they're on their phone. And so it's reactivated again. So then let's say after school, they have hockey practice, they have, softball, they go to the library to study, they go to a friend's house, they go to Starbucks. Well, that Snapchat map is tracking everywhere they go. So their friends can always see. And then if there's, say there was a fire somewhere, or there was some singer was in town and, everyone, he's signing autographs and a lot of the teens are going there. That's called a hotspot. If everyone is in a particular area and they're all snapping each other, notifying, hey, sending pictures, look where we're at, that becomes a hotspot, and that will show up on the map that there's a lot of people using Snapchat at that moment, at that location, which primarily is teens and kids. So, parents want to say, what are the problems with that? Well, police, all over the country have warned parents that one of the biggest issues with that is predatory activity. That child predators, if they were to actually be able to get in and look at that map, they could see the hotspots. They would know where a bunch of kids are at one time. But even worse is being able to track where your child is. So they could see, typically at 3:00 every day during the week, they go to softball practice, or on Thursdays, they go and study at Starbucks at this location, and it develops a pattern of where your child is all the time. And that's something we don't want. We don't want people to know where our kids are. So, that is a huge problem that, police and authorities are saying that we need to be very careful about. But also the teens themselves are saying, they'll admit it is dangerous, because if we unfriend someone from our Snapchat list, and now this person, is maybe bullying us or not a friend anymore, and they still have access to the Snapchat map, and they can see where I'm going all the time, that could be an issue as well. Bullying has occurred because of this. So as a parent, we just need to be aware of our kids' friends on Snapchat, who they are. And, the child needs to be aware too, that, there's a potential if you're, not friends with this particular person anymore, just make sure you remove them completely so they can't see anything on your Snapchat. And of course, all social media, because there's been a lot of bullying even on Facebook too. But, so it's just, it's a great feature as a parent if you want to know where your kids are all the time, and your child's best friend, they want to always know where each other is going and where they're at and take pictures. And that part's all innocent. It's just that other people sometimes have ulterior motives, and that's what we want to protect our kids from. So in the Snapchat app feature, it's actually the map itself, this new feature, is automatically turned on. So what you have to do is go into the settings and turn it to, it's called ghost mode. If you or your child doesn't want that map to reflect where they are at all the time. And when you select ghost mode, it basically takes you off the map. So it's kind of a little sneaky feature that Snapchat did, where it puts the app on itself, and it's an automatic feature that instead of selecting it to be on, it's automatically on. So if you have any trouble with that, or you have any questions, I'm always here. I always want to answer questions for parents and be a resource for you. So again, that's the Snapchat map feature. It's automatically on your Snapchat app when you log on. It's something you have to manually take off if you don't want it on there. So any questions that you have about social media, about apps, about online filtering, I'm always here at unashamedbygrace.org. That's also our Facebook page. You can contact christianlivingradio.com. They'll always put you in touch with us as well. Our goal, besides helping married couples, singles, men and women, our heart is also for the family. We want to save families. We want to help parents help you raise your kids right in this world. I know it's hard. I know there's a lot of things that come against our children, but we want to be that one person that stands in the gap with you and to help you and encourage you and to help you in knowledge, increase in knowledge of what's out there, because the online world is changing all the time. Companies are continuing to add more apps and new programs, and we want to make you aware of those. So again, please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. And on our Facebook page, which is Unashamed by Grace, there's you'll see a tab, and it's called Covenant Eyes. And Covenant Eyes is an online filtering device that you buy for your family. It's very inexpensive. Goes on all the phones for the whole family, or you can select just if you want just your kids and not the whole family. But you can actually sign up on our Facebook page and actually on our website too, Unashamed by Grace. And for a small fee, you're protecting your entire family of what the world wants to bring in on the phones and on the computers. You can actually filter out. And the great thing is they can still have the Snapchat app on their phone. It doesn't prevent those apps from downloading. It just helps them be safe while they're online. So listen in to us, Unashamed by Grace. We're here every week on Christian Living Radio on Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. We're here to help you and your family. God bless and have a wonderful week.